More than 100,000 goats are farmed in New Zealand for their milk, meat and fine wools, but a small number are still left tethered on the roadside to keep weeds and grass down. MAF and the SPCA say each year they receive more complaints from the public about neglected tethered goats than about any other type of animal abuse.
First of all, goats are very social animals. They like to be kept together, and most goats on the side of the road are kept alone. So it's a really lonely, cruel existence to be left continually up to 20 years in some cases, because they can live that long. Other issues with it, they're often given none or inadequate shelter. Goats are browsing animals, so just to be treated as a cheap lawnmower chewing grass all day, it's not the right diet for them. They're often open to abuse from passing animals such as dogs, people, and being kept to the road. It's like a dusty road. The food is actually poor quality because it's being covered in exhaust fumes, the grass. There's many issues why goats shouldn't be tethered on the roadside.
The SPCA agrees that the new code should ban the tethering of goats completely.
We see an awful lot of the goats around the Auckland suburbs tethered. Goats are very, very sensitive creatures. They're sensitive to weather, they're sensitive to all sorts of things, and the tethered goats drive us mad. We have a lot of complaints about goats that are tethered. No shelter, inadequate food, often caught up in their chain, totally neglected, and of course in the weather, totally wet, very susceptible to pneumonia, other things like that. So we're very, very opposed to the tethering of goats.
The Animal Welfare Act 1999 stipulates that all animals must be able to express their normal behaviour, but animal welfare groups say a solitary goat, chained and alone on the side of the road, should be roaming free with a herd.
They're really intelligent animals. Apparently they can learn how to open gates. They have a very set up system in the dominant goats and ones lower down. They have to be together in order to achieve their natural behaviour, and it's just very strange and wrong to keep them at the side of the road. Well, there's a recent case of a goat in Taranaki called Geordie who was tagged twice, and people were rightly outraged that this goat was tagged, spray painted on his sides, but people didn't seem to address the matter that he'd actually been left there 20 years on the side of the road.
A cautionary note from Bob Kerridge to those who choose to mistreat goats. They're intelligent and have a very, very long memory.
They're totally really undermined. People don't understand the intelligence or the sensitivity of goats. So to tether them outside with very little food, very little shelter, is totally the wrong thing to do for a goat.
Submissions to the National Animal Welfare Advisory Committee on the proposed new Goat Welfare Code close on Friday. Wilson Owen, Country 99 TV News.